I'm gonna share my morning experience with you guys. So I was leaving work and I had just gotten into my car when I'm literally sitting there, and I was on the phone giving report to the person that was taking over for me, and the car just started I thought, well, so I was in a parking garage and I thought maybe there was like a bigger car like coming down, because sometimes when you're in a parking garage and cars are coming, you get a little bounce. I mean, this was probably tenfold what that type of bounce would be, but I was a little confused. And our phones disconnected, and so when we reconnected, my friend said that her phone was going off because of earthquake warnings. And I was like, oh, is that what I just felt? And she's like, it must be.
Crazy morning. So it's about 7:40. I just randomly got woken up. Nacy's still at work. She's getting ready to get off. And I don't know what woke me up. Maybe it was like the first shock, but I definitely got to experience my first California earthquake. I woke up, I don't know why. And I was sitting there, and then there's like this weird like second or two of silence. And then all of a sudden the bed starts shaking, kind of like if someone's like jumping up and down on the bed and you're kind of just there. That's kind of what happened. It was interesting, to say the least. And it was really kind of a fascinating experience. It probably only lasted less than a minute, and it went by really quickly. But that was pretty cool. I gotta be honest, that was kind of exciting. It's kind of like riding, I remember Earthquake from back in the day at Universal. It kind of felt like that, kind of like shaking. So, first earthquake, I sent Nacy a text. She responded a little bit later because she was doing her handoff with the next person. But she's like, yeah, I felt it too. She was in the car apparently. And the car started shaking there too. And I was like, that's neat. So we experienced our first earthquake in California. Our travel day's starting out. We have 12 hours until the flight, which stinks, honestly. We don't board till I think it's 10:30 at night. It's crazy that the company booked her on a red eye this time. And we want to actually make it to Tampa until, I think it's 4 in the morning. So it's going to be a long day, but come get lost with us. Getting ready to head out from the hotel room. If you want to see that full review, definitely check the show notes. Nacy's tired. She got a 3-hour nap. And once we get to the airport, we'll ask her about her earthquake experience this morning.
Oh, yeah. Did you tell them about yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's our room. Heading to the airport. Heading out of the hotel, and there were 2 fire alarms this morning. Nothing really came from it, but all the fire safe doors are closed, so it's a pain in the ass to get down these hallways right now. Made it to the car. Kind of interesting, the whole hotel is on lockdown, but yet no one seems to tell you why, and they're just kind of like walking around like everything's usual. You think they give you a heads up and be like, weird, huh? Or anything? Not so much.
Fire safety.
Fire safety. Maybe the fires are coming this way? Because there's a lot of fires in California right now.
I did see a funny TikTok that said when you live in the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
And then it showed all the wildfires. The smoke is getting kind of bad out here too, and we're kind of far away from LA.
Yeah, we've got an hour and 30-minute drive to get to the airport. So let's hit that road. One last look across the street at Wally World. Six Flags over California. Magic Mountain. We'll get there one of these days. One last look at Wally World. There's a drop tower or an observation tower. I think it's just an observation tower. You know, one of the funny things is we've been here for over a week, and yet I haven't seen very many coasters running at all at that park. I don't know if they're just slow, if they're not open on the weekdays. Just kind of weird.
I saw it one time.
Yeah, but every time else we've been out here, not a single coaster running or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can see out there all that smoke. It's not as bad as other areas, obviously. I'll look over, try to pan slowly because I'm zoomed in. There's a lot of smoke in that area. A lot of smoke. And then come back here. Luckily, we weren't in the pits of fire, and Nacy didn't have to go anywhere in the pits of fire, but that's what it looks like in Santa Clarita.
Robot, he's just chilling. I don't know if he's trying to cross the road or if he is stuck.
Yeah, right there's one of those delivery robots. He's waiting to cross the road, I'm guessing. You can kind of see him between the cars. Little red thing, just hanging out on the sidewalk. Fascinating. We're stopping to get gas. Then we'll head back towards the airport, but there he is, just sitting there. So we made it about 40 some odd miles in about 40 minutes. And then we had 8 miles to go, and then that was gonna be 48 minutes after the gas station. Now it's crazy traffic here.
Yeah, our flight doesn't leave till later tonight, but we knew we were gonna have to hit traffic because it's rush hour, and so we kind of accounted for that. And then we also know that we have to take a shuttle over to the airport. So while we left our hotel at like 3:20, we probably will not get our feet inside the airport till close to almost 6 o'clock.
LA, baby. About 30 minutes later, a couple car crashes. We have almost gotten to the rental car return place. We're getting there, y'all. Look at those gas prices. They just get more expensive as you get closer to the airport.
Gross.
Gross.
We made it onto the shuttle.
Yeah.
And it is just 3 minutes shy of 5 o'clock. Left at 3:15, y'all. Insane.
It's about 5:20. We've made it past the gate. Well, I should say we made it past dropping our luggage off. Now we gotta get to TSA pre-check. Here we go. Heading up to the Delta Lounge. Now time to find a seat.
Get some snackies because we haven't eaten today yet. We got hungry. And we got 2 hours, so we have to head to the gate, so.
Yeah, we're definitely hungry. Haven't eaten all day. Delta Sky Lounge, in case you've never been in here before. Check out our previous videos. We kind of did a tour of it too. There's an outside eating area over there. There's the food up there, and there's the exit. It's a nice little area. This is our spread. They have some ribs. I'm fascinated. Slider, salad. Macy got some mac salad. Looks tasty. This sign right here in the Delta Lounge reminds me of Rock and Roller Coaster. You got the Sunset Boulevard 8A. It's cool. I like it. It's very California. Gotta say, the ribs were fantastic. The salad dressing was really good. The sliders were tasty. Honestly, everything I had was really good. Definitely recommend. Better than first class meals, so this is a lot better.
I am gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what I had to eat. So I got the salad and the pasta salad first round, and honestly it was so good, and I thought it was real chicken that I put on my salad, but apparently when Gary went back up there and he fact checked me, it's vegan chicken, and I eat chicken all the time and I couldn't tell the difference. It was actually really good though. And then I went back for round 2 and I got a rib, I tried the rice, and I tried the lo mein, and honestly all of it was really good too. We had some drinks from the bar, which I'm still sipping on mine. We may get another one because we still got 3 hours, y'all, till it's time for us to head to the gate. And yeah, overall so far, like, this is legit our favorite place to hang out. But also I would like to caveat, it's just ridiculous that Atlanta is always so busy. Like,
And such a lower quality.
yeah. I do enjoy the lounge here at LAX. Quite honestly, I do. And honestly, I'm hoping it kind of clears out in about an hour or so we may move around and go find a little more secluded spot, a little less busy, because we're right by like the doors when they come in. It's story time, because since Gary shared his morning experience with you guys, I'm gonna share my morning experience with you guys. So I was leaving work and I had just gotten into my car when I'm literally sitting there, and I was on the phone giving report to the person that was taking over for me, and the car just started I thought, well, so I was in a parking garage and I thought maybe there was like a bigger car like coming down, because sometimes when you're in a parking garage and cars are coming, you get a little bounce. I mean, this was probably tenfold what that type of bounce would be, but I was a little confused. And our phones disconnected, and so when we reconnected, my friend said that her phone was going off because of earthquake warnings. And I was like, oh, is that what I just felt? And she's like, it must be. When I talked to some of the other coordinators back at work, they said that it was somewhere around like a 3. So yeah, I can officially on the record say that I have experienced one. Now we think we've felt a few since we've been here, give or take, on some trips, but we haven't really like confirmed it at all. But today was definitely an actual confirmation between the two of us. We both had interesting experiences. California, man, it's on fire and it's shaking. So we're just gonna keep hanging out here in the lounge, and maybe I'll get a little bit of work done that I need to get done and just relax. And I'm hoping that I can get some sleep on this flight because I am tired. I only got like a 3-hour nap. And tomorrow's gonna be kind of busy. We are flying into Tampa. So we're flying into Tampa, so we gotta pick up the rental car. Granted, we are getting there fairly early in the morning. And then we're driving to Arcadia because I did say that I would pick up Lily from school. May have bit off more than I can chew, but we're gonna go pick up Lily from school. She's really excited. And also, I got a text message from the bounce house that they are super busy this weekend and they wanted to know if they could drop the bounce house off on Friday. So we're gonna keep it till Sunday. So we're gonna have a bounce house for like 2.5 days. How crazy is that? So in one sense, that means we can all like go hang out in the bounce house, I guess, and jump around and just be kids. So, but they are coming to drop it off sometime in the afternoon tomorrow after 1:30. I asked them specifically, like, can you guys just like please make sure it's as late as possible because I'm flying in and I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna make it to the house because I've never been there. It's my sister's house. I didn't tell them that, but well, this trip, it's gonna be a busy day, so we got a lot of stuff happening, so just stick around.
Heading out of the lounge. Really good experience. The food was great. Everything was pretty good. Now we're heading downstairs to get to gate 35. What? And if you want to know what time it is, it's like 9:10. So we've been in there for about 2+ hours. Made it to our gate. We're going to 35. Heading to Tampa. Ooh, they just deboarded, I guess. And we have to find a seat. As you see, it's always busy. That's good. Let's go. Heading down the sky bridge. Boop, 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 boop. And we're going to a turn. All right, getting on the Neo again. Delta Wawa. All right, we got a fit check. Got pretty good space. Look at that. Macy, she's doing good as usual. Feet don't even touch the ground. Now she's looking for her cords.
I'm gonna fully recline.
Fully recline, she says. Look at that massive plane. Just waiting out there on the runway. Something interesting that we found out was that every single terminal in this area was going to a place we've already been. And you can see the videos on their channel. It was like Detroit, Minneapolis, Atlanta, Las Vegas, all the airports we've already hit this year alone. It's kind of crazy how many airports we've been to. Just getting all bundled up. 2 blankets.
I'm always cold.
You're what now?
I'm always cold.
Hey, you gotta talk to the camera. Macy playing some games pre-flight.
Yeah.
She's a little bored. We spent like 3 hours in the lounge, so it's been a while since we've been in the airport. So check out, we got 2,151 miles to go, y'all. That's how far we're going on our travels. Macy's playing Monopoly. I thought back in the day you were able to play it with like seat partners. It's kind of weird. She's gonna get beat by the computer, I think. Yeah, they do cheat, that's for sure. This is the first Macy's video screen isn't working. Should she tell the flight attendant? I mean, we've seen it every like 2 weeks for the past 2 years, but it's working on mine. Macy's no bueno. What's that?
I bet it's because I was playing a game.
Could be. She broke it, y'all. She broke it.
This wouldn't be the first one.
It wouldn't be the first one that we broke.
Locked it up that one time.
Yeah. I remember they had to reset the whole plane like 3 times. Yeah. It's kind of cool. You can see them over there like investigating the plane with the flashlight. That's really neat. I've never seen them do that before. I've seen it on a couple planes so far that we've passed.
So this is one of my favorite features of this plane is the mood lighting. And you don't really get to experience this when you fly during the day. When you fly at night, you can. It's just very ambient and very chill.
Check out the airport at night. Look at that. Look how big they... 3 stories. We've never been to any of the other terminals here other than Delta. Maybe one day we'll fly something else in and out of here. We did look at Breeze this time. I think that was one of the options we looked into, but we just couldn't find anything that worked for our schedule. Maybe in the future. Over the ocean for a few minutes. Now we're heading back over land. Look at it down there. We're already at 177,000 feet. I was hoping to be able to see some of the fires, but with the darkness, I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll see as we're going. So we got a 4.5-hour flight, and they don't have premium snacks. They just had sun chips, almonds, and then Biscoff cookies. It's the only thing Nancy doesn't have. That's it. What are you thinking? Not happy. Update.
We got fancy snacks.
Yeah, they got the fancy snacks. She got some chips and some gummies.
These are the best.
Yeah, the gummies are definitely the best. Love them. Flying over the desert. This is El Paso. But it's interesting because there's like a lot of dark, and then you get these splotches of cities that are just lit up like Christmas lights. And then you go back to a ton of dark again. Fun trip so far. Macy won.
And for the record, this game took like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours.
It's crazy. It took almost 2 hours.
We're over Texas. I started this game right at takeoff. I think. Because the first game I was just like, whatever. And yeah, we're over Texas.
Yeah.
So if you're on this plane, it's a fun way to pass a little bit of time.
If you ever wondered what it looked like on a red eye, here's kind of what the cabin looks like. There's no lights on or anything other than the front. That's kind of it. Everyone's sleeping. Gonna check out this movie Fall Guys and see if it's any good. Look at that thunder. It's pretty cool. Coming in for a landing. Coming off the Gulf over Tampa. Look at all them lights. And it's only like 4:30, y'all. It's pretty early. Macy went to sleep. She got up for a few minutes to clean stuff up, and now she's back asleep. Oh.
Very uncomfortable.
There's Tampa in the distance. Getting everything packed up. 5:45, And we've made it to the Tampa Airport. This is my first time at Tampa. Macy was here a long time ago when she was younger, but it's been a long time. It's interesting looking so far.
Yeah, this is not usually our airport of choice. We probably just like fly directly into Fort Myers, but
Yeah.
we're going to Port Charlotte this time.
Not
There's
Cape Coral.
an airport in Port Charlotte, so.
Yeah. Alright, let's go see if we can find our baggage. So instead of the plane train, this is just a shuttle. They don't have a name for it. Come on, Tampa. Could be like your pirate cruiser or something. Your devil that raised the light. I don't know. Use any we want.
Hashtag sponsor.
Check out the big flamingo coming through the ceiling. When we come back later this week, I'll definitely get a better shot of it. That's pretty cool. It's like he's coming through water, getting his fishies.
It's like where it's today.
Yeah, Busch Gardens, y'all. Heading up to the rental cars. Saw a big old escalator. I feel like I'm in that Orlando Magic Stadium again. Alright. It's crazy you go this high up to get a rental car. I bet you we'll take an elevator down soon. So we got another tram to the rental car station.
We got a little sea turtle. It's not quite as
Yeah, look at
sorry as flamingos.
there's a sea turtle and then there's little sea turtles above him. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, here we are. Second tram. This is actually called a tram this time, not a shuttle. And there it is. It's a little brighter than the last one.
Yeah.
Now we're heading to rental cars. Now we're going down. So we went up. We got to go down to the first floor for our national. Check out that interesting art display with like road signs and stuff, like map signs. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty neat. And it's like 3 or 4 rows of them. That's cool. Down, 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 down. Macy's searching. You can see her all the way down at the end of the aisle. Again, a legit tip. Take some time, pick something that you like, especially if you use National, because some have sunroofs, some have different options. So it's always nice to check them all out. So this weekend, we rented a Jeep Cherokee. It's a hybrid. Fancy. It's got a nice sunroof, some buttons. So now we have to put the maps in to get where we're going and probably grab something to drink or something to eat on the way out. So we got a 2-hour drive, and one thing you forget when you get to Florida is the amount of humidity. Wow, it just hits you right after you get off the plane. Like, it just hit me even inside the airport. It was like, woo, it's got some humidity. This ain't no Anaheim.
Proceed to the route, then take a slight left turn.
Alright, let's get going. Made it out of the car rental sitch. Now we're heading on the road. We got about 2 hours of driving, and then we'll be there. Gonna jam to a little This Wildlife. If you want to see us go to that concert, check down in those show notes. So we just paid the toll, and we're gonna head over the Sky Bridge. I just saw it there between these trees to the left here a second ago. Hopefully there should be a clearing up here, and we'll be able to see it on our left. Yep, there it is. Let me zoom in for y'all. Be over in that area. There it is.
It's like one of the
Look at
tallest
that.
bridges in Florida.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
And they do shut this bridge down for high winds
Yeah.
on normal days. So like if it's just like a really windy day, they will shut this. Which might be why they have people at the toll to like.
That's true, yeah, because they shut it down. We were just saying it's kind of nice they actually have toll workers here, so in case you have issues or anything, you can talk to them. Traveling across the country, a lot of them do like toll by play, and you don't know what they're going to bill you, you don't know when you're going to get it. I mean, there's some tolls that we get in like California and stuff that we don't get for like 2 months afterwards, and then like National will bill us for those tolls. It's kind of crazy and very inconsistent. And when we lived in Orlando, it was even
really
worse.
bad.
It was really, really bad when we lived in Orlando. So it's kind of nice having someone there and being able to be like, hey, if there was an issue, they'd be able to fix it. But let's get over that bridge. And fun fact, my father actually ran over this before it opened.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that story if you ever meet him. It's actually the old bridge. To your right there's the old bridge. That's how low it was, and then it had like, you know, the drawbridge things. Here is the new bridge. It kind of reminds me of the ones we went over in Charlotte. They're kind of like big.
Charleston, yeah.
Yeah, Charleston. Yeah, here it is.
Your dad ran over that bridge too.
Yeah, we sure did. inside. I'm pretty sure that's fairly new. It wasn't here last time I was here. I'm not saying it's like, recent, but I don't think those were there last time I went over this. This isn't no Pat Tillman Bridge though. Looking at the Hoover Dam.
The Hoover Dam. You know.
Look at those things. They're big.
Yeah, so just to elaborate on the story about Gary's dad, he ran a marathon over this bridge, and you could choose which way you wanted to run over the bridge, and they chose to go with the wind to their back, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there were like world-class like marathon runners that were running it as well, and they went the opposite direction, and I think your dad was saying like they had a really hard time because the wind, because it's so high.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ran a marathon on the bridge before it opened.
Alright, that's the beautiful views.
It actually is pretty.
Yeah.
It's really humid outside, guys.
Yeah, it is really humid. And this is kind of officially the end of Tampa. Now we hit 75 after this and just kind of head on south. Made a stop at the Wawa. Got us some food. I really love their breakfast sandwich. It's got sausage in it. Tasty. And then Nacy got a wrap.
Got a burrito.
Oh, burrito.
I've never had the burrito before, but I got it with eggs, bacon, and cheese, and some sour cream. So, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, you can take
It's
it.
hot.
I'd hope so.
No, not bad. It's a little dry because I didn't put anything on it.
You didn't put the salsa or anything on it?
I checked the salsa, but I didn't taste it.
Well, we're gonna dig in. We finished up our Wawa.
Yeah, it was tasty. My burrito was okay. I did eventually find the salsa.
She got the salsa. The hoagie thing with the sausage and egg, really good. The garlic aioli takes it up a notch.
Yeah.
But definitely remember napkins. I did not.
It was a little messy,
Yeah,
especially
it was
when
a
you
little
eat in your
messy.
car,
But it was good.
Yeah.
And missed you, Wawa.
we love Wawa. We do.
Yeah, so now we're heading off to Nacy's sister's house. Let's go. All right, that concludes our trip from LA to Tampa. We're actually on our next adventure, heading to an orchard, so definitely subscribe if you want to see that. But what did you think about the trip?
Honestly, it wasn't too bad. Thankfully, we were able to upgrade to first class. It's such a long flight when you're going from one coast to the other, and we quite literally went from one coast to the other, going into Florida this time. Like, we were literally right on the beach. But it wasn't a terrible flight. The one thing I will say, and I think we've noticed more frequently, is the A321neo seats just aren't comfortable.
Yeah, it really does. Like, your tailbone just starts to get sore after about 2 hours in there. And it's their new line, too. It's their new sort of first class, which I feel like something's missing there. You need to add a little more cushioning to those seats or something, because it's just not comfortable in comparison to the older first class seats, where actually the ride's pretty good.
Like, I would give up the extra cocoon space, because you do get kind of more cubby space on that one, and you do get a little bit more privacy if you're flying by yourself. But I would give that up just to have a more comfortable seat, because I was trying to sleep and I was so uncomfortable on that flight.
It was nice, though, finally getting to Tampa, even though it was the next day by the time we arrived. The Wawa was great. Honestly, I miss Wawa. I love their breakfast sandwich, a legit tip. That sausage and egg breakfast sandwich is fantastic.
And one thing, the humidity in Florida does not play.
No.
That is something we forget about when we're not in the humidity as much, especially when we're on the West Coast. And I don't know how we did it for 30 years of our life. I just don't know.
Yeah, and we're still considering going back to Orlando, so it is one of our options.
So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up
Hit that subscribe button,
and ring that notification bell so you get notified. We do at least 3 videos a week.
and we'll come and get y'all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.